Hello, everyone, and welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I truly appreciate you spending your time with me today. I am just going to let you guys know what's going on our little bitty backyard homestead this month. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to be planting up a planter because I need to use my time. I got to make the most of my time that I have. So I just got off of work and I want to plant this up, but I also want to come and chat with you all. I think I'm going to do this chat once a month at the beginning of the month. I haven't decided on what day that I'm going to do this, but let's get into it. Today, I'm going to go ahead and plant up some geranium. A couple of the blooms have, fallen to the wayside, but that's okay. We have some good buds and things on this here. But the first thing that's going on the homestead is you guys may have noticed the channel name has changed. So we were Lasha's Homestead, but now we are Texas Bluebonnet Homestead, and I am really happy about that name. So the reason why I changed my channel name is because I initially wanted my channel name to have bluebonnet in it because that's our state flower, the bluebonnet. So when I originally wanted to create a channel, I wanted to name the channel the Bluebonnet Homestead, but that name was already taken and actually owned by someone else. They are here on Facebook, and also not here on Facebook, but they're here on YouTube, and they also have that name over at Facebook. So I wasn't able to use that name. So I just wanted to come up with something really quick so that I could go ahead and get the channel started. And I decided to use my middle name, which is Lasha. And create the channel name. But it never really set well with me. So I was just thinking like, oh, what could I name the channel? What could I name the channel? I definitely wanted something with Bluebonnet. I was thinking the Bluebonnet Garden, the Bluebonnet, but eventually I settled on Texas Bluebonnet Homestead. And I really like the name. So I officially own that name here. I legally got that in my name just so I can grow into it if I ever wanted to do any type of business adventures or anything, then it'll officially be owned by me. So definitely check me out across all platforms. I am Texas Bluebonnet Homestead, and I'm so happy about that. I think the birds are happy too. I don't know if you guys can hear them chirping, but it just sounds so beautiful this afternoon. They are just flying around. I hope they're not plotting on my blueberries. So that is the first thing is our channel name. I hope you guys like the channel name. Still same concept. We're going to be doing the same thing here, but we're just going to go by a different name. The next thing, I have a little list here so that I can stay on task while I am speaking with you all and planting up here. Let's open up the tablet and see what's going on. So the next thing, of course, is spring. Hey JJ, spring has officially arrived, okay? The official date for the first day of spring is March 19th. And today is what's today, JJ, the date? Today is the 5th. So, a few weeks away, what, 1.5, 2 weeks away? Yeah, 2 weeks away. The official spring date is going to be here. So I'm really happy about that. I was actually working in the garden here today, just kind of prepping the beds, getting everything ready. So I went ahead and prepped half of this bed. I have another half to do, but we're going to begin moving some things out. So that's the next thing that's going on the homestead is we're going to start the hardening off phase for our tomatoes and our peppers. My goodness, they've been in the house forever. Okay, it's time to go ahead and up pot them again. So I'm really contemplating on up potting them one more time before I move them out because I still have another 2 weeks before I move them out. The date to transplant them is on March 15th. Our last expected frost date was on the 1st, but it was pretty cold around the 1st, so that was pretty accurate. I am going off the information off of the Old Farmer's Almanac, and the date they have for us to transplant is the 15th. So that's 2 weeks away. Well, about 10 days, almost 2 weeks away. but they need to be up potted, and I don't want them to begin to get root bound, and their growth be stunted. So I'm really contemplating on up potting them one more time. Oh my goodness. That's one of the things that I don't enjoy is the process of up potting, seedlings and things. That part is pretty daunting for me. But we're gonna have to make it do what it do, you know what I mean? Make it do what it do. I'm trying to get this fitted in the planter pretty decent, but it's still too high. So I'm gonna have to take some more soil out and then come back and backfill. All right, so the next thing that's going on the homestead here, guys, it's a lot going on. Everybody just got off of work, so it's just a lot going on outside right now. The next thing outside of that, we're going to begin to direct sow a lot of plants. I am going to start a few of them indoors, and then I'm going to move them outside. But man, so many of the spring to summer crops are ready to be not transplanted, but direct sown into the ground. So March is going to be a pretty heavy month. I do plan on taking some time off of work so that I can focus on getting a lot of the crops started. So some of the things we're going to get started, of course, is our like beans, corn, okra, watermelon, things of that nature. We're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm really happy about that. But in the process of preparing to start those, we have to get the beds ready. So I have some compost that I have bought. It's like anything that's wrong with your bed. If it's too sandy, you add compost. If it's too compacted, you add compost. So I just went ahead and got a lot of the black cow manure to add some organic matter to the beds to prep them to get them ready. That's the only thing that I'm going to do with a lot of these beds is add compost. The bed behind me, I did go ahead and purchase some soil to add because the soil level decreased a lot over the last 2 seasons. So I just went ahead and purchased some more soil for that. But the bed across from me, the soil level is fine. It just needs some organic matter back into it because we really didn't grow anything over in the beds for the winter. So it needs a little bit of life over there. So we'll definitely be doing that. So the next thing that we have going on is, oh my goodness, I'm going to dip my feet into planting flowers, okay? What I am learning is it's kind of like what my uncle used to tell me all the time. He used to tell me to prepare for war during peace. In the garden, I'm learning if you want to do anything for the current season, you actually have to prepare the prior season. So anything that you're moving out into the garden now that spring has arrived, you're supposed to be getting that started in the winter, starting those seeds inside in the winter. So that's something that I am actually learning to do is be prepared. You know what I mean? You have to start a season. You think you can take the winter off? No, the winter is preparation. Kind of like what nature does. Some of the animals, they go ahead and store their food for the winter because they know that, hey, this food is going to be scarce during the winter. So that's something that I have to take into consideration in this garden is I have to start preparing like right now. I have to prepare for the summer. So I'm also thinking about things that I can direct sow right now for the spring and things that I can direct sow that's going to take some time to mature and be ready for me in the summer. So that's like constant in my mind. The next thing that we have going on the homestead is I'm going to start to try to grow my annuals. It's become very costly to continuously buy annuals from the store, and just it's become very apparent that the prices on everything has went up. Not just groceries. I think groceries have been a main focus because that's a necessity, and flowers aren't really a necessity, when it comes to life survival for most people, but we know that it's a necessity in the garden if you want to grow food because you need those beneficial pollinators. But for the most of the population, they don't really need flowers to survive if they're not growing food, if you're just going to the grocery store and purchasing your food. But we need flowers out here, and Annuals are very, very pricey, along with this geranium that I am potting up just to stop and say what I'm doing. Along with the geranium, what I'm going to do is plant some petunias around the border. And I think that's going to be really, really cute. Really, really cute. I did want to add a little bit of lavender along with the geranium, like in certain spots. I think the red with the white and the lavender color would be so, so pretty. Really, really pretty together. And the lavender is a perennial, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. So these annuals, I purchased all of these flowers today from Walmart. These annuals was $3.54. So it's pretty much like a little under $1 for each petunia. So I was pretty happy about that. But let me just try to see what the front of the flower. Okay, I think I'm going to plant these on the borders. But yeah, as I was mentioning, I am going to begin and try to start growing my own annuals because things are just very, very costly. Like every year at the big box store, I could go in and purchase like annuals for like a $2 an annual. But I noticed, I don't know if it's just the beginning of the spring, but right now they have a lot of those annuals for like $5.99 and $7.99 and $8. So I said, man, is it me or you know what is going on? These prices are getting a little bit too steep. So I am going to go ahead and start some annuals for the summer. I can't do it for the spring, so I'm going to go ahead and break down and purchase what I can for the spring and try to find things at like an affordable cost, like the petunias, the ones at Walmart. They did have more like some marigold and some pansies and things like that that came in this packet for $3.54. So I'll try to stick with things like that to try to save money that way. But in the future, I'm going to be growing my own annuals, okay? Now, I will break down and buy a perennial, something that perennializes in my area because it's going to last me more than one season if I properly take care of it. So I don't mind buying a perennial once, you know, because you're spending your money one time and you're going to get years and years out of that flower or plant or whatever. So the annual that I am going to be growing this for the summer, I'm going to start this in March. I am going to grow some zinnias. And I'm growing zinnias because that's what I have. To be quite honest, I have multiple packets of zinnias. I don't know what I was doing last year. I must have been on a real crazy zinnia kick, but I have several zinnias. And maybe because zinnias is like one of the easiest flowers that you can grow. It's like a no fuss, direct sow type of plant. So maybe that's why I have so many of them. But whatever the case may be, I'm going to go ahead and plant those. That's what I'm gonna do is get those started. What else did I have in there? I do have some sunflowers. I have the mammoth sunflowers and I also have the teddy bear sunflowers. So I need to get those planted, and then along what other flowers can I plant? I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the roselle hibiscus started. So that's gonna be like a pretty type of flower, but that's also gonna be like beneficial in another way to where we can make teas and things of that nature. So those are what I plan on doing um, for the month of March. I'm trying to think if there is anything else. Let me get my tablet here and check to see, make sure I'm not missing anything. I try to write everything down so I won't forget. Oh, yeah, I do have something else. Guys, I have officially started an Amazon affiliate store. So I have an affiliate link that I can now add in the description box so that if you ever see me using any tools or anything like that, you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. Anything that I use that I think is going to be beneficial for you, I'll definitely list it below. Trust and believe. Uh-oh, I just broke that off, but it's still so pretty. It's so cute. But trust and believe that anything that I'm going to recommend or put on my affiliate page is going to be something that I actually use and that I think you may like to use. I'm not going to be listing any crazy products, but I just want to let you know we are going to have we have our affiliate link now. So I'm quite happy about that. I'm still trying to learn how to work the affiliate link. I just set it up maybe a week or two ago, but I haven't had time to quite just research it. But I do know we have it set up, and we are going to take the time this weekend and work on that, so that we can begin to let you guys know some of the good products that we use. But uh, ooh, man, this is gonna be really pretty. This is gonna be so pretty, you guys. So pretty. I'm so happy about this. I've been wanting some geranium. The first year I started gardening, I purchased some geranium, and then I wasn't able to find it last year. I was not able to find it. I think this is like a real hot commodity for a lot of gardeners because it was just not available in the garden centers. Well, in my area, it wasn't available last year. So definitely wanted this plant this year. And I said, if as soon as I see them put it out, I'm going to purchase it. I went to a couple of locations. I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, and I went to the Walmart Garden Center. The Walmart Garden Center, I found the best price. It was $15 for this whole arrangement of geraniums. So I went ahead and purchased that. I am just trying to fit the other two of these into this planter the best way that I can because I don't currently have anywhere else for them to go. So I'm just going to try to fit them on in this planter so that I can get it out of the way. But yeah, I found the best price on the geraniums. It was $15. So I went ahead and picked it up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to make sure that one is in each border. So I have one more here so that I can plant. So let's go ahead and get this planted. And I really enjoyed these petunias. I purchased some last year. I had them up front and they were in the sun. I had them at the border of my hibiscus. I had a braided hibiscus. It was like a pink hibiscus up front and it did really well in the sun. So I said, oh, definitely going to get some more petunias. The only thing is you have to keep them watered. If you keep them watered, they're going to do really good for you. Guys, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. But that is all that I have that's going on. Let me show you how pretty this planter looks. I can't wait for it to fully bloom and the petunias to kind of spread out around it. It just looks so pretty. Let me show you it. Alrighty, so this is the planter. It is really beautiful. I am going to be so happy when this planter fills out. It's just going to be so beautiful. I did go ahead and water them, so they are leaning down just a little bit. But guys, it's so pretty. And I did find this cute little watering can. I'm obsessed with watering cans. I've come to find that out that I am obsessed with watering cans. I just love the print that was on this. I found this at Walmart also. But I love watering cans. Plus, I don't have drip irrigation set up. So they come in handy just having watering cans laying around. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I can't wait for them to fill out. It's so pretty. Well, alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me here on today on Texas Bluebonnet Homestead. I really like the channel name. But thank you guys so much for joining me here on today. You have a lovely day. Bye.